In this video, I'll explain to you all the ports that are in the back of your Roku TCL TV. This way you'll have a better understanding and you'll know what to connect where. So let's get started. So over here, there is a reset button, the first thing. Sometimes it's located on the bottom, but on this 40-inch TCL Roku TV, it's on the top. The reset button is used in case the screen is frozen, or sometimes if an app is not loading at all, or multiple apps, the screen maybe is lagging, you feel that the TV is not performing as it should, you can press this reset button, take a toothpick, a pen, something, because it's recessed there, and then the reset will start. This is only in case something bad happened. Maybe you won't even need to use it. Then over here we have USB. This is if you have one of these USB drive and you want to load your movie or maybe music that you like to listen, you can go ahead and connect it. I'll put a screenshot right now telling you which format is accepted by this TCL Roku TV, because not all formats will be readable by this device. Once you plug your USB drive, you're going to get this screen, allow access to external media. You need to select allow and then launch. And now you just need to download this Roku media player if it's not already downloaded on your Roku TCL TV. You need absolutely to download this app if you want to read what's on your USB drive. So go ahead and click Add App if you don't already have it, and then launch the app and you'll have access. Then under the USB port, we have 3 different HDMIs. You see, 1, 2, 3. Obviously, these are to connect different devices, PlayStation, Xbox, cable box. If you have Fire Stick, stuff like that, they're all using HDMI. So you can use any of these, but you're going to notice one of them is RCA. Is that if you have, let's say, a soundbar or a receiver that you like to connect to your TV, if you connect it to this RCA HDMI port, the TV will be able to control your other device. So what I use it personally is with my home receiver. Every time I turn on the TV will send a signal through the RCA connector here to the sound system and will turn it on without me having to reach a different remote control to do it. So this could be very useful if you have even a sound bar, stuff like that are connecting using RCA. This is where you need to plug them. Then next we have a cable antenna input. Obviously, if you have any cable, if you're still watching cable connected there, if you have a TV antenna, a digital TV antenna, I'll put links in the description if you don't have one. This is where you need to connect it. Finally, we have AV in. This is if you want to connect any device still using an audio video cable. Not many devices are still using it, but you have this option here. And finally, we have these 2 last ones. We have audio out. If you have headphones, this is where you need to connect them. It's a 3.5mm jack, pretty standard. And finally, we have an optical out. If you have a soundbar or a home receiver, an amplifier, many times they will ask you to use this optical. You're going to use an optical cable to connect this TV to the other device. It's for sound only, and this is an output. It's not receiving sound. Now we are under the TV, okay? Just to give you an idea. This is the screen, and I just put the TV on its back. If you look closely, there is a button right over here. Yours may be under this panel. Mine is a bit on the right side. This panel is the on-off button that also allows you to select inputs and change other settings. So if I go over here and click on it, I'm going to have all the options you see on the right side. And if I click, I'm able to select any of these. Let's say I want to select HDMI 2. I'll stop on HDMI 2 and it will bring me to HDMI 2. This is how you select stuff. So just by clicking this button, you see, you can shuffle through all the different options. If you want to turn off the TV, stay there and it will turn off. You don't need to keep press that button.